High in the mountains of Nagaland, there is a tale of an impossible love between a young chief's daughter and the spirit that guarded those lands. A love that, from the very beginning, was destined for tragedy. Despite the warnings and prohibitions, their hearts were bound to meet. This is the story of a forbidden love, of sacrifices, and of a fate that could not be changed. Today we'll tell you the legend of Nivani, the daughter of a tribal chief, and the mountain spirit who protected her. Despite the warnings of the elders and the impossible nature of their love, they both defied the rules of the human and spiritual worlds. But their story could never have a happy ending. Their fate was sealed the moment they first laid eyes on each other. In Naga culture, mountains are not just formations of rock and earth. It is believed that every mountain has a guardian spirit, a being that protects the land and those who live under its shadow. These spirits are powerful and, though benevolent, must not be provoked. Stories about mountain spirits warn the young of the tribe never to cross the boundary between the human and the spiritual worlds. However, some brave or reckless souls dare to challenge this balance, and their stories always end in tragedy. Nivani was the chief's beloved daughter, known for her beauty and free spirit. She often climbed the mountains, drawn by the peace and beauty of the landscape, but also by something more. Since childhood, she had heard whispers in the wind, a voice calling her from the heights. That voice belonged to the mountain spirit, an immortal being who had watched Nivani from afar. One day their paths finally crossed. Nivani, ignoring the warnings of her tribe, spoke with the spirit. What began as curiosity became a deep connection. Both knew their love was doomed, as spirits and humans could never be together, but their bond only grew stronger over time. Nivani and the spirit met in secret for weeks, sharing stories about their worlds and impossible dreams. The mountain, once silent, seemed to pulse with the energy of their forbidden love. But over time, warning signs began to appear. The earth trembled when they approached, birds fled, and the river's waters darkened. The elders of the tribe noticed that something was wrong and warned Nivani that if she continued to defy the laws of nature, the mountain spirit would be punished, and their love would bring destruction. However, Nivani, caught between love and duty, couldn't abandon the spirit. Despite the growing dangers, she continued meeting him, ignoring the signs that tragedy was near. One night, a powerful storm struck the mountains. Thunder rumbled, and the mountains seemed to cry out in pain. The spirit knew that punishment was coming, but before it was too late, he met with Nivani one last time. In the pouring rain, he confessed that the only way to save her was to break the bond between them. But Nivani refused to accept it. In a desperate act of love, the spirit decided to sacrifice himself to protect her. He vanished into the wind, leaving Nivani alone in the storm, heartbroken, and with the mountain forever silent. The spirit had saved her life, but at the cost of his own existence. After the spirit's disappearance, Nivani returned to her village, but she was never the same. The light in her eyes faded, and though she lived for many more years, she never returned to the mountains. The mountain that had once been her refuge now only brought painful memories. The legend says that on stormy nights, Nivani's cries can still be heard echoing through the slopes, calling out to the spirit she once loved. Her story became a warning for future generations about the dangers of defying the balance between humans and spirits. This story teaches us that love, although powerful, has its limits when it defies the laws of nature. Nivani and the mountain spirit were destined to be apart, and although their love was strong, fate had other plans. In Naga culture, the balance between humans and spirits is sacred, and breaking that balance brings inevitable consequences. The legend of Nivani reminds us that some barriers are not meant to be crossed, and forbidden love can come at a tragic cost. It is said that sometimes, when the clouds cover the mountains of Nagaland, a spectral figure can be seen watching from the heights. Some believe it is the spirit of the mountain, still waiting for Nivani, unable to find peace. Others believe it's just an illusion, an echo of a love that should never have existed. The village elders warn the young not to venture too far into the mountains, lest the spirits see them and the tragedy repeat itself. If you've been captivated by this tragic love story and want to hear more legends from Naga Folklore, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave a comment. Do you believe love can defy any barrier, even those set by nature? Let us know in the comments, and don't miss our upcoming videos.